Hello class, this is Mrs. Gregorio. Today we are covering Chapter 1, Lesson 3, Convert Unit Rates. Please follow along with me starting on page 26 of your books. Now, to convert rates, I would like you to review the customary and metric units of measurement on the charts on page 26. Please pause this video and take 1 minute to read through the measurements. Now that hopefully you've had a chance to look through the different customary and metric units of measurement, we can start example 1. It says a remote control car travels at a rate of 10 feet per second. How many inches per second is this? Well, there's a helpful hint that 12 inches is equivalent to 1 foot. So look at what the question gives you. It tells you there are 10 feet per second of travel. This is a rate of speed. So we would write it as 10 feet per second. And anytime it says per second, always assume it is 1 or unit rate. How many inches per second is this? Well, since there are 12 inches in 1 foot, we can multiply by the new unit rate that we are trying to convert to. 12 inches in 1 foot. Now, when you're multiplying fractions, always look at the diagonals to see if you can cross simplify or cross cancel. In this case, none of the units or numbers can cancel out or simplify. However, we have feet in the numerator, and we also are comparing it to feet in the denominator. Since they are the same unit, these two units can cross cancel or cancel each other out. Now we can continue to multiply across. 10 times 12 equals 120, and our unit is inches. 1 second times 1 is still 1 second. So to answer the question, it is 120 inches per second. Since it asks us in a word problem, I would expect that you would answer in a word sentence. Going on to example 2 on page 27. For example 2, a swordfish can swim at a rate of 60 miles per hour. How many feet per hour is this? So again, we have some information given to us. 60 miles per hour is a rate, so I'm going to show the rate as a unit ratio. There's my fraction, 60 over 1. How many feet per hour is this? Well, there's a helpful hint. 5,280 feet is equal to 1 mile. So I'm going to write 5,280 feet is equal to 1 mile. I'm going to show that also as a unit rate. Now, anytime you have a unit rate, you will show 1 on the bottom, and that means 5,280 feet goes on top. Just like example 1, for example 2, you check and see if you can cross simplify. Here we have miles in the numerator and miles in the denominator. Those cross cancel, and since we are multiplying, now we can multiply straight across. When you have 60 times 5,280, it does equal 316,800. And our unit is in feet. Multiplying across the bottom, 1 hour times 1 is still 1. So now we have 1 hour. Notice the question is asking in feet per hour, and our answer is also given in feet per hour. So the swordfish can travel or swim 316,800 feet in 1 hour. You have successfully answered the question, and let's go on to example 3. Marvin walks at a speed of 7 feet per second. How many feet per hour is this? So this time we're working backwards. We still have a rate of 7 feet per second to begin. So I'm going to show that always as a fraction. 7 feet per second. How many feet per hour is this? Well, there are a few hints. First of all, 60 seconds is in 1 minute. So I'm going to multiply this across 60 seconds in 1 minute. My next hint is that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So I'm going to show it as a unit ratio, 60 minutes in 1 hour. Now, check to see if the units cancel out. We are trying to get it in feet per hour. So I want feet to be in the numerator. I want hours to be in the denominator. Feet cannot cross-cancel with anything. However, seconds can cross-cancel. The minutes can cross-cancel. So now you are left with 7 times 60 times 60. And 1 times 1 times 1. Well, if you multiply 7 times 60 times 60 again, you should get a total of 25,200 feet. If you want to use a calculator for this multiplication, that is fine. Just show your work. And now we can multiply. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. So we have 25,000, 25,200 feet per 1 hour. That is example 3. Last example is example 4. The average speed of one team in a relay race is about 10 miles per hour. What is this speed in feet per second? So we have two conversions happening here. First, let's write with what we know. We know the team travels 10 miles per hour. I'm going to show that as a unit rate. Well, we need to first convert it into feet, so I'm going to start there. We know that 1 foot is equivalent to 5,000. Let me rephrase that. We know that 5,280 feet is 1 mile. If you noticed, I caught my mistake. I am trying to get feet per second, so I want feet in the numerator, not the denominator. I notice here my miles cross cancel. And now I have feet per hour. However, we need to convert it to feet per minute, and then feet per second to get to our final answer. I know that in 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. And I know that in 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. Again, make sure your units cancel out. Minutes cancels out with the minutes. Hours cross-cancel with hours. The only unit that is left on top is feet. And there's the bell. And the only unit in the denominator is seconds. So now I have feet per seconds. Go ahead and multiply straight across. 10 times 5,280 times 1 times 1 gives you 52,800. Divided by 1 times 60 times 60. When you multiply across, that gives you 36,000. I'm sorry, students are interrupting at the moment. That gives us 33,600 feet. Pardon me. And that is per second. Now you can go ahead and divide it out. And when you use a calculator to divide, I don't expect you to long divide on this problem. That would take quite a while. You should get an answer of about 14.7 feet per 1 second. At this time, I would like you to replay the video and work through any and all examples. We will be going over the guided practice and independent practice in class tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.